all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All right, was back here on the Bossman show. My buddy JC's on the weather. He's gonna fight through. He's a soldier. My man in Memphis, bro. I know it's this up and down weather probably done took you down, man. But I'm pretty sure you'll be in clicks tonight, no matter what, 'cause you are a soldier, bro.
Hey, man. The show must go on, man. So you know I'm gonna be live and ready to go tonight, man.
No doubt. Memphis Got Talent. Who do you got this week so far, bro?
Oh man, we got a singer. Our first singer of the showcase series so far, man. We've had a number of rappers come through, which is cool. But we got a little lady coming through, man. Her name is Rose Cortez. She gonna come through and bless us with a live performance, man, tonight.
No doubt. Check her out. Click Sports Bar and Billiards. Join JC's group on Facebook, Three Kings Karaoke. And stay update on all things. Click Sports Bar and Billiards out there in Memphis on Malco Way. Check them guys out. Bruh, how the city of Memphis recovering from the trading of Marc Gasol for those Toronto Raptors players, Valanciunas, DeLon Wright, CJ Miles? How the city of Memphis liking that so far?
Man, it was tough at first, man, because it felt like, even though Mark is not from here, but, he went to high school here and spent over years here, it kind of felt like, he was one of ours, man. So it was kind of hard to see him go. But, I think at the end of the day, it it might slick work out for both parties, man. Mark is going to improve the Raptors and give them an even better chance of making the finals. And, Valanciunas can play. He's put some nice numbers, in a few games he's been here so far. And Darian Wright and C.J. Miles, little throw-in pieces or whatever. But, Valanciunas may work out if he chooses to stay here going forward, man. But he may work out for us. And, it was a time to make a move and, allow Mark an opportunity to shine somewhere else, man. And, and maybe in the off season, maybe a chance for Mike to go somewhere and get his shine on, depending on how things shake out come this off season.
Now, how close was it to Mike Conley getting traded? From what you know,
it was talk, it was speculation, but I think the front office, their thinking behind it was to try to see if they couldn't get an offer that just wowed them, that just blew them out of the water as far as, hey, we gotta make this deal. They were content with keeping Mike and just see how Mike and Jaren Jackson Jr. Coexist and play together going forward for the rest of the season. And then in the off season, see what's out there. But Mark, definitely had to go. But I think the Grizz are pretty much wanting to hold on to Mike unless an offer that was just too good to believe, too good to be true, came their way, and then they were dealt it.
And Avery Bradley comes in. He's a guy who calls Memphis like it's the second home for him and his family being from the area there. So is he a long-term piece or just also a short-term contract to kind of clear those books for the Grizzlies after Parsons and Mike Conley's deals expire?
Like I said, I almost forgot about Avery Bradley, coming over and everything, man, and part of those trades there as well. He's a guy that can be either or. He could fit into the Grizz long-term plans going forward because he is kind of a Grizzly type of player. I remember a couple of years ago when he was a free agent and the Grizz were trying to pitch a deal to go get him there. It just didn't work out, but he definitely fits in as a guy who can play defense. He's not at the same level as he used to be defensively, but he still can done in certain situations. And the guy that can get streaky and can give you buckets as well, man. So I think at the end of the season, man, if the Grizz do decide to bring Avery Bradley back, and give him a deal there, I think I wouldn't be opposed to that. He's definitely a guy, still a young guy, that could definitely be a young veteran on this team, man, and help the Grizz down the road.
And what about the arms race in the Eastern Conference? The Sixers getting Tobias Harris, the Bucks getting Mirotic, the Raptors are getting Gasol, Boston standing pat, Wes Matthews, who was bought out by the Knicks, signing with the Pacers. What are your thoughts on the Eastern Conference, those top five teams making little moves there to try to get something done, come out of the finals in the Eastern Conference to play probably Golden State in the finals there?
I think it's the effect of not having LeBron there anymore. Also, that you got to throw into the equation because you knew if LeBron was still in the East, there was no chance he'd make it to the finals. But now, it's wide open. That's why you see Philadelphia, making moves and, positioning themselves to make a run in the East. You see Toronto making moves. Milwaukee doing their thing. It's pretty much a wide open race, man. Boston, throw them in the mix as well, man. I can't. If you ask me right now who's coming out of the East, it's hard for me to say. Because I can see 3 or 4 teams out of the East having a chance to make it to the finals. Just depending on how things shake out, injuries here and there. You just never know, man. But just with LeBron, not being in the East anymore, it kind of opens things up for these teams to try to take advantage to make a final.
You got that right, and I'm surprised that Indiana is still staying tough after losing Oladipo. I mean, which tells me, like I always thought, they made me looking coach. I mean, he might not be the most flashiest coach in the world, but the guy can flat out coach.
No doubt. I've always been a huge Nate McMillan fan, man. He's very, very underrated as a coach, a guy who got it done in past tense with the Trailblazers. He was a solid coach, man. And, I think it's a perfect place for him to be, kind of under the radar. And, once they get Oladipo back next year, man, they kind of build on some of the young pieces they have. Indiana could be a threat going forward in the future.
You got that right. And JC, this is what shocked me right here in my own backyard is that the Atlanta Hawks did not cash in on Dwayne Dedman, Lean, and Bazemore as they could have. They were wanting first-round picks for those players when they could have went and got 2 seconds. So what do you feel about teams like the Hawks who overpriced their veterans and are not buying them out right now?
Yeah, it's kind of questionable, but at the same time, man, I think Atlanta's maybe a couple years away from being a playoff contender in the East, man. I like Trae Young. Trae Young's been hooping. He's been balling out. I think he's going to be a star in the future. John Collins, he's a nice guy you pair along with Trae Young. Like Atlanta, I see what they're doing. They have a plan, but like I said, it's little questionable things here and there they're doing as far as the veterans are concerned. But and boss, you would know, better than anybody with you being, you being right down there, man, and checking them out on day-to-day basis, man. But would you agree that Atlanta's only a few years away?
I was at 3 years away.
Yeah.
3 years away.
Yeah.
Because you gotta get Trae Young to mature into his body. John Collins has to keep improving. You have to hit on these draft picks. You got 3 draft picks coming up this next year. Your own pick. You got a pick coming from Dallas and a Cleveland pick. You got to hit on those picks as well. So that's 3 first-round picks coming on the roster next year, unless you package them and trade them. So the Hawks, to me, are a full rebuild, 3 years away. So I'm looking at the 2021-22 season for the Hawks really start improving for real. And then hopefully in 22 and 23, they'll be ready to compete and continue after these young boys take their lumps. Kind of like how OKC did with Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka and Harden. In that third or fourth year, they started making improvements, and boom, they got something out there.
Absolutely, but Trae Young, man, he's been everything they thought he would be. He's only going to get better, man. So. I would definitely. I think their future is bright, definitely, man.
Now, bro, all these guys who got traded and cut, like Marcin Gortat, Michael Beasley, all these guys who got traded and have not been bought out yet. Only Markieff Morris and Wes Matthews and Enos Cantor have signed to the buyout market. Are you shocked that the buyout market is so barren and dry and guys are not getting signed right now or bought out? Is that kind of flexing to you right now after the deadline? It's been 2 weeks. Most of the time you see it happen, but it hasn't happened quite yet.
Yeah, the buyout market, every year, man, it's kind of like hit or miss there, as far as, if it's a deep, buyout market or if the wells run dry, so to speak, man. And, some of the names you mentioned don't really – I think Enos Cantor could help a team, he's definitely a solid player that can help a playoff team, for this stretch run, man. But, it's just depending on what you need, man. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, man, some years ago, Rasheed Wallace, wasn't he bought out of his contract in Portland or was it Atlanta? He was bought out. And then he was able to go to Detroit and help them win a championship.
Atlanta.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was able to, get about that deal and go help Detroit win a championship that year, man. So like I said, you just never know, man. It's pretty much a hit or miss thing, kind of, year in, year out, as far as the buyout market's concerned.
I remember when the Hawks traded for Gary Payton, bought him out, he signed with Boston. You remember that when Boston traded to Atlanta?
Oh, yeah.
He bought out from Atlanta and signed right back with Boston. And they changed the rule where now you can't do that anymore. That's the Gary Payton rule where the team who trades you can't sign you for a whole year. That's the Gary Payton rule.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, so
I remember that, man.
The Atlanta Hawks on the back end of some trades.
When you
I mean,
look at it.
it's a pattern here. The Hawks have been involved in some weird transactions. Rasheed Wallace, Gary Payton, Pau Gasol, Carmelo Anthony. I mean, we had a lot of weird transactions with the Hawks where we had these star players on our roster only to lose them to a buyout or a trade immediately. I don't understand.
Hey, man, hey, at least y'all got 41, 42-year-old Vince Carter, though.
Man, he's playing 20 minutes a night still.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, then we got Detroit and Phoenix coming in. Like, the Hawks have a lot of home games this last part of the year, so I'm glad about that. I'm happy for that. A lot of home games, but man, it's gonna be rough when you got Phoenix coming to town. You know, Sacramento, Utah. I guess this is going to be some rough crowds to draw, man. Rough crowds.
Yeah, it's going to be rough, man. Are the Hawks still playing at Georgia Tech?
No, they playing at the
the whole
arena
game
again.
there?
No, they're at the arena again. It's the State Farm Arena. But, bro, dunk contest. Why did my Atlanta Hawk mess up his prop? My Hawk.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Like,
Yeah, now we know dude got a house, man. John Collins, he can fly. I thought the idea was corny, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought the whole concept was corny, man. Him jumping over the plane with the old school flight outfit on, man. It wasn't a good look to me, you know. And then at the end, when the wing fell off, like it was just a bad idea, man.
Then his first dunk was kind of dry too.
Yeah. Yeah,
like,
it was, man. Yeah, I wasn't.
I had to watch it because I covered the Hawks, bro. But I was like, why did my two Hawks embarrass me? My man lost on the skill challenge on a half court three, Trae Young. Then my man messes up his prop. I'm like, wow, Lord, my Hawks have to embarrass me here in Charlotte. People like, bro, that's your boys, boss. That's your boy. Like, man, come on, man, leave me alone.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I thought overall the dunk contest, man, like it was hit or miss. Like, I'm looking forward to Zion doing this thing next year. I could have skipped this one here this year.
The best moment was Zion's dunk, bro. I mean, J. Cole's attempted dunk. His miss is better than the whole contest,
yeah,
bro.
That was the best part, exactly. That was probably the best part. J. Cole attempting the dunk and missed it, but you can see he had his hand well above the rim, though.
Yes, so that's for me. But he made that dunk, man. That would have been my man and one. Oh baby, J. Cole. I could see my man with and one going crazy. That man hit that dunk though. It was shut down the whole building, bro.
Exactly.
But
exactly, man.
Well, bro, I hope Natalia Clicks hold it down, bro. Hope you feel better. Next week, man, we'll get back into it, chopping it up, bro. And I'll see you, bro. I'll be in Memphis March 27th, the Warrior game. I'm coming to town, bro, to see the Warriors one more again.
It's going down, man. That's what's up. Appreciate you, boss.
No doubt, bro. Hold it down, bro.
All right, boss.
No doubt.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Albums available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today, True Speech and 313 Fresh, Family Grind ENT. Believe in it, get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.